Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today, we're bringing back another viewer gameplay submission here from Solvent in our own community Discord. And again, guys, if you want to submit gameplays of your own in here, just you can join the Discord. I'll leave a link to it in the comment section below. And there's a gameplay submission channel where you can check it out. So let's go see what Solvent's working with here. Looks like we're on a Prismatic Titan. Doesn't actually can't actually see what his class items use, so we can make some inferences. So he's got Spirit of the Armamentarium for one, and I think maybe Ophidian. His weapon seems to be swapping pretty fast. That's what I'm guessing. Shiver Strike, Thruster. Looks like you're using a Criminal's Scavenger setup here. Pretty solid. You got two Invis Hunter teammates going against two Warlocks and a Spectral, I believe. If we can turn up the quality a little bit. Oh, already is. Or it looks like we're playing Clash on Endless Veil for comp, so let's see. Working our way up towards mid, challenging two people. Good back away right there, keeping her life. Now, good job working our way towards your teammate. Hit on someone for 100. Solid damage. I don't really, for one, I don't think that grenade is probably the best idea. When you do throw a grenade, you don't really have any radar pings coming towards you. And the suppressor grenade isn't really like a grenade that you want to just be like willy-nilly throwing, because the real value comes from getting the tags and actually suppressing abilities. So be a little bit more mindful, I think, of your grenade throws, just because the cooldown for them is rather long. So although you do have two of them because you have Armamentarium, so I guess it's not as big of a deal. Good damage. We're playing closer to the wall. Try to get those left side peaks. Good shots from your teammate. Ooh, really good shots from your teammate. Nice shot right there. Get him weak. And again, really on Endless Veil. I'm going to pause right here. This is a map where it's really, really easy to control where the enemy spawns if you know where and when to push. Let me see if I can go back and see where your teammate actually got those bodies. So you have a body right here. Now, because it's in mid, you don't have like an exact idea where the rest are. I know your teammate gets two kills right here, and you get the last kill down here. They're going to end up spawning the opposite side of wherever you guys end up pushing. So realistically, the best place to be holding right now is just holding and controlling this middle area and try to see if you can take those gunfights around here. There's lots of cover. You have to control heavy ammo, and it's easier to control the spawn when you're working from mid. Teammate gets another kill. Holy crap. Good shots right there. Good help from your teammate as well. Good two-tap again. Good job trying to stay in mid. Now, he did get a body in the other side, so now they're going to spawn together on the side you're looking at right now. Lob suppressor grenade in. No tags. You can try to play closer to the wall when you're challenging with your hand cannon. Good thruster use. Good job backing away and playing your life. Good job. Now, maybe... Oh, your teammate is going to kill. You can try to work towards mid again, because they're going to be working towards Gizmo here. So again, you're doing a good job working your way towards back mid. You do notice a radar ping up at the top left. So you and your teammate should really be trying to collapse on this 2v1 opportunity here. Looks like you are. Good damage to the primary. Perfect. I like how you're using your primary a lot too. I haven't seen you use your shotgun yet. Now try to cut this guy off. You guys should be splitting up, you and your teammates, so this guy has nowhere to go. He maps you with his shotgun. That was a little bit unlucky. Personally, I wouldn't have thought his shotgun would have killed you from there either, but his shotgun is just the best, I guess. Good job playing the head glitch here. It's a really strong angle, especially with a hand cannon. Grenade again. Play the wall. Yeah, when you're challenging that, you did have this little angle to cover here. When you thrust her into the open like this, there's not really a way for you to get out super easily. I think you have Shiver Strike available? Oh, not quite. You didn't have Shiver Strike available, so I think you were trying to finish off the first kill here, but again, there's not really an escape plan. You were really hard committed to pushing those other two players. Good damage on one. Good job playing our life. You're trying to work your way towards middle, trying to apply some pressure. Good shots. Try to go for that kill, honestly. Good challenge with your slug. Keep your shotgun out. Oh, and you kind of just got angled out. It's a little bit unfortunate. Was it because your teammate? No, man, I think your teammates might have just left. They wrap around through middle. That's probably what it was. Wow, random sticky grenade. Just wait and get your health back. Perfect. Hit him for 100, so your teammate can challenge him a little bit easier. Good damage. Player health a little bit. You're about one shot from a 120. Let's get your health back. Nice plays. Again, try to play closer to the wall, right? Like a wall where you can like kind of jiggle peek in and out of. Good damage. Perfect. Good follow-up. I notice you're also not really crouching a lot when you're trying to hold an angle. Try to crouch a little bit more, just so you're off. You have that off radar, so you don't ping the enemy, so they don't exactly know your position. Good pinch right there. Good damage. I like that grenade as well. Actually, I thought you were throwing it in the cubby. Never mind. Good job controlling the heavy, though. I like the machine gun flank. Good job using your thruster to make some space. Perfect. Got some really big damage on the enemy, so really good use of the heavy so far. Nice job. And good shots right there as well. Great shots. That's your teammate is a spectral, so he's probably going to be a little bit more aggressive. So again, you and your teammate in this situation, let me pop right back. Your teammate has spectral, right? He does eventually work his way up towards the right. You and your teammate should be trying to go wrapping around the left area here, away from where they're shooting towards your super. And because your teammate is in super, a large amount of the focus and pressure is going to be placed towards him. If you and your teammate wrap around the left, maybe crouch on the wall here, you guys will have really good pinching ability here, especially with some team shots. I think that's a good way of perhaps getting some more value out of your teammate's super. You do slide into a trip mine, unfortunately. I do like the disengage there, but again, I think if you had walked up with Gizmo here on the left, you guys may have been able to team shot down over here or into their spawn, somewhere where the super, because when the super is coming over around here, bringing him towards back of the spawn, they're going to be naturally wrapping around this way, or playing a little bit more towards the back here. You and your teammate Gizmo, you walked up on the left with him, could have eventually maybe team shot some of those people down who are trying to run away from your teammate in their super. A little bit missed shots, but that's okay. Good job disengaging. You should try to work your way back towards mid. So, okay, so now that you're down here and your teammates are dead, we should be trying to wait to see where your teammates spawn. They may end up being split, but you should end up staying until toilet, until your teammates spawn, so you can kind of group back up with them. Good job, yup. Good job working towards the teammate. Perfect. Again, you're kind of in the open there. So I did like the thruster disengage there. So you really were kind of sitting in the open here. Potentially, when you challenge this, you have a couple options. You had the thruster, which is not a bad idea. You could have even took the special weapon duel up here close. But if you're going to back up like this, try to back yourself up a little bit more towards this wall. It's kind of hard because you got there really fast, but maybe you could slide towards the wall and play that left side peek eventually to challenging with a 1v1, because here's the real disadvantage is that he's got covers to work with, so he could dictate the gunfight, and you're kind of just stuck in the open, so you're kind of in no man's land here. And again, he also has, on his POV, he's going to be peeking from, he's actually swinging out a little bit too far, but He was peeking from the left, so less of his body is going to be visible as he's peeking in and out. So a little bit unfortunate there, but you guys still have a 1-point lead. Now, if they play the spawns correctly, they might be able to go on a run here with that super. Good job holding middle, protecting your spawn. Now, you hear the super. You don't quite have a suppressor grenade. You don't... Your teammate's all the way back here. He's probably going to respawn behind you. So probably I would either run back, just because it's a super, towards your teammates, or you can maybe wrap around towards B and then back to your spawn that way. But realistically, there's not going to be a whole lot you can do against the super since you don't have a suppressor grenade on cooldown. Good job running away. Again, maybe when you get back here, you can crouch so you can try to wait the super out. You hear him on your right going towards your teammate. Now that your teammate's dead, they're going to be pushing both you guys 3v2. You guys do have an exit option, though. You guys can work your way through toilet. As they're pushing towards you guys here, your teammate's going to spawn on tree side, the other side of the map, and then as you guys work towards toilet, you guys can group up again, trying to fight the other two supers that have just come up for them. Because your teammate is... I assume he spawns on the other side, right? Yeah, he does. So, that's a good nade. That's a really good nade. Now, you should be taking that kill and leaving. You shouldn't be trying to re-challenge. You stop the res. 91. I mean, you might as well take the 1v1 now. You've already got the damage on him. Pretty weak. And so now that he's kind of out, again, try to work your way back towards your teammates. There goes the Spectral. You don't have a suppressor grenade. That's one thing I'm noticing too, is that your suppressor grenade is never really up when you need it for the super. Especially in, I don't know, you use that engagement to almost secure that kill, but again, the real value of the suppressor grenade is being able to have that playmaking potential against the supers. And so maybe I think another grenade would have been a little bit more valuable, maybe like a pulse grenade, just to help you secure the other kills, because it seems like you're not really using your suppressor grenades to have them ready for a super, and you're kind of just pinched there. Not much you can do because that guy was kind of chasing you with heavy. So right there, it's kind of just like I can definitely tell it's kind of like that's kind of like a tilt death. Let me replay that whole situation here. So your teammate's dead. You just spawned with your teammate. You know they have heavy ammo because they just they killed your team with it. So really, I know you're trying to push up maybe to like prevent your teammate from spawning a split. But realistically, we shouldn't be peeking any farther out than what we can see from like kind of playing against this wall. We don't want to be sliding out in the open like this. Right now, already, no man's land. Like, what is, realistically, what's going to happen? This map is so small that, again, use the best course of action if you don't know exactly where the enemy's going to spawn, is controlling this middle area. So a lot of the times, when you slide mid like this, there's going to be multiple players looking at you. And now that even that multiple players are looking at you, there's one that also has heavy, so you're just really stuck in no man's land, which puts your teammate in a bad spot there. Good shots from your teammate. One's trying to wrap right. You should be using that information maybe... Actually, you don't have a comms with teammates though, so not a big deal. Looking right. You recognize the players on the right. Good damage. We're kind of in the open here. Good job playing this wall. Nice shot, bro. Nice shot. Nice shot. Good job using the slug, staying patient and calm right there. Perfect. That was an excellent double kill right there. That's really huge, especially considering the score. You can try to cool down here. Your teammates should try to not trade on this last kill. Try to pinch him around, try to work him out. Teammate gets a kill, nice. And again, try to work your way back towards the middle so you can control the spawns. You have a super coming up soon. 91. Good damage. Again, keep playing your life. Looks like you're seeing trying to go for a super play, being a little bit more aggressive. They do have one blade barrage, so I guess you're trying to maybe force him out. Good job thrustering out. I guess you're going for a super. And that super is a little harder to hit. I'm not going to give you any flack for that. But good job playing the cover. Keep playing your life. Again, you can always pick up those axes later. You're kind of in the open again. Let me replay that again. So you throw, you throw the super. Doesn't hit anybody, which is okay. You sit on this wall, get some health back. You notice the guy's challenging you from the back, so you move a little bit up so you can't get shot. That's nice. You re-challenge him. As you re-challenge him here, I know you don't have another ping right here, but I think he's probably crouched right there, trying to avoid the potential like axes that you may pick up. So you know that there's gonna be multiple players looking at you. There could be one looking from here. Actually, one might be looking from behind you as well, but I think your teammate's covering that. So really, realistically, you get shot from here, and you get shot from here, and so when you peek, you're good, and you reach out. By the time you reach out, those pings are already back up. You see there's one back here. There's probably one like around here, and there's one straight in front of you. So this reslide, you're just really like hard committed again. There's really not much for you to go. You don't really have any cover here. You don't have your thruster. So you're really out in the open here when you die like this. Teammate pops Spectral, gets hit with the Blade Barrage. Oh no, now it's the other teammate. Teammate's pushing in with the Spectral. Nice kill. Try to hold mid. Good job. Nice. Good job. Nice swap to your special weapon there. Perfect. As you get heavy ammo, that's really huge. Popping a Transcendence, it looks like. Lobbing in a grenade. Good suspend. Got some good damage on him. Being a little bit aggressive with the heavy. Remember, you're out in the open a little bit. Ooh. Wow. Okay, nice Shiver Strike to get out. Again, you were really in the open there. You could have died really easily, but nice grenade. That should be an easy kill. Perfect. You got the Diamond Lance, perhaps get another one. Oh, that trip mine. Again, you don't need to have the Diamond Lance hit. Again, you're kind of just hard committed there. You're already pretty weak. You're scorched. You don't necessarily need to get your Diamond Lance. You don't need to get a kill with your Diamond Lance. You guys are already up 2 with a minute left. Realistically, you should be playing slow and let the other team come in and make the mistakes, because they're the ones that have to push. Being up, since you guys are up 2 and the time is very limited, so they're gonna push a little bit aggressively here. So I think this is a really risky Diamond Lance, especially considering that you weren't you weren't fully regen, and there was a guy just kind of walked up who was invisible. So as your teammate dies again, that was really bad. So now your teammate, a Deuce, is kind of stuck in a really bad situation where he has to fight 3 players by himself or escape. He does get out, which is really good. But now you guys... Oh, wow, nice team shot there. Good shots there. Good grenade. Suppressed one on the right. Lobbing another suppress. Again, I think that second grenade was a little bit unnecessary. He threw it in the exact same spot as the original one, so he may not have... He may be backed up a little bit farther away trying to get his health back, so I don't think that second grenade was realistically going to get any value there. Good shots there. Again, even though those are really nice shots, you were kind of just out in the open here when you peek. So you don't have your thruster, and you don't really have any access to cover here. Realistically, if this Redrix guy just hits his shots, he's gonna beat you, because you have a Criminal's Dagger, so your time to kill is gonna be a lot slower than his. So you got very fortunate he just missed all his shots. But nice 3-top there to clean out the game. Alright, maybe the scoreboard shows in a second here. Let's see. Solid. Okay. You actually played your life pretty well considering your match. Nice damage here. Your teammate did well. You actually have to do a little bit of carry job here. This Gizmo guy was not the best, but one thing I will say, I really like how you were using your primary most of the time. I really only noticed you using your special weapon, your slug shotgun, in real like necessary situations. You weren't just running in with your special weapon. I really do like that, how you're using your primary most of the time. 2 things you can work on. One, I think, is like grenade usage. I know you have a suppressor grenade on to deal with enemy supers, but every time a super was up, you never actually had your grenade off cooldown. So maybe when you notice that the enemy team has supers, you can see on the top of the screen if they have supers. Kind of be cognizant of when you use your grenade, just so if someone is pushing you, you have a grenade ready to use when they're trying to hit you with a super. And then 2, I think trying to be a little bit more cognizant as well of where you're peeking from when you're taking those gunfights, especially when you're using a criminal's dagger. I know that all these videos so far in these gameplay reviews have been using like 120 hand cannons. So again, guys, if you're playing with a hand cannon, try to like peek from those left side angles where you're a little bit less visible, close to a wall, so you can peek in and out of cover. Because a lot of times you were in the open when you were taking those gunfights, and that's where you have the disadvantage with time to kill when using your 120. But solid gameplay, Solvent. Thank you for sending your gameplay in. And guys, if you want your gameplay reviews as gameplay reviewed as well, there's a community Discord I'll leave in the video comment section, and you guys will be able to submit your gameplays as well. Thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll catch you guys next time.